All right, welcome back, everybody. I am on here because James Gunn just released the slate for DC, the new DCU. It's gonna be a reboot. It's all good. I'm up for it. This is chapter 1. It says Gods and Monsters. I'm gonna watch it right now. I'm a huge Snyder fan. I love Zack Snyder. I love the Snyderverse. But there was too much. We were in limbo for way too much, and I think that Warner Brothers took way too long to fire some people and get rid of some people, and it's okay because now that they got sold, and Peter Safran and James Gunn are the new heads of DC. I think it's gonna be an amazing change. So I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna react to it, and let's see how it goes. I posted it on my Instagram because I wanted people to know that it's out there. But wow, I'm so excited for this. I haven't seen it. I'm about to watch it right now. So let's stop talking, right?
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay. Next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I like
all
that.
Of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave
Let's
and the
go.
Bold is the story
Woo!
of Batman and his actual son, Damian
Oh,
Wayne.
snap.
This is based
They're
on
bringing
Grant Morrison's
Damian Wayne.
great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin.
Oh my God,
He's a
the
little
guy from
assassin
Umbrella
who
Academy.
Batman
What's his
tries
name?
To get in line, and so this
Number
is
5.
the story of the two of
He would be
them
perfect
and the
for
beginning of
Damian.
sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold.
Oh, they're
is
still
one
gonna
of
do
comics'
this.
Really
That's
popular
funny.
cult
I kept
heroes.
seeing that
He
they
is
were
a
gonna do this
fascinating
way
guy.
back when.
He's a loser from the future who
Chris
uses
Pratt would play
future
really good,
technology
Booster
to come
Gold.
back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him.
Yeah,
It
I
is
see Chris
basically
Pratt
the
playing this.
superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton.
You know, he
She
posted
watched
some stuff like
everybody
this
around her
on
perish
Twitter
in
and
some
stuff.
terrible way.
I've seen James
so she's
Gunn
a
post
much
some,
more jaded character.
you know.
And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story in the origins of the monster.
I know
who
people
is
think Swamp Thing, they're like,
And although
but dude,
it's totally outside of the rest of
gonna
the
be crazy.
DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a
he
once
said
in a
this is just
lifetime
the
opportunity
first part.
to do
Okay, so
something
this is
very
this is
different.
sorry.
One of the things that's very
This is
important
the first
for me
chapter,
in
but
all
not
of these
everything that he
movies and
wants to
TV
do
series
is
that
what he announced
the
right now.
director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I'm appreciate
excited.
you watching. I hope
I'm
this
excited,
was exciting
especially
for you
for,
because it's
Batman.
really exciting
Like,
for me. And I can't wait.
I can't believe they're gonna. I knew they were gonna do Elseworlds. I had a feeling that they were gonna do
Thank you
Elseworlds.
so much.
So yeah, like it makes. Oh my God, I'm excited because Brave and the Bold, man. God, that's gonna be amazing, dude. They're gonna bring Damian Wayne in here, so that means they're gonna have to establish. I don't know. Maybe they're doing it differently, but they would have to have established like a Nightwing and Red Hood and Red Robin and stuff like that. So I hope they make like cameos in this movie. God, but I love that Matt Reeves is gonna still do his Batman. I still have that shirt on. What's it called? He's still gonna do his Batman. Hopefully he gets to finish. I think he's gonna do a trilogy. I think that was what was said. Matt Reeves is gonna have his own universe. I knew it was gonna be Elseworlds. Joker still gonna be Elseworlds. I wonder what else they're gonna do. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do other Elseworld things. I still have faith that the Snyderverse is still alive, and I know that this is crazy. I know a lot of people were hating on James Gunn, and they're like, he doesn't know what he's doing. I think Zack Snyder is really busy right now with Rebel Moon, which is his version of like Star Wars on Netflix. I think it's gonna keep him busy for a few years, but I still have hope that the Snyderverse is still alive because he said that after Aquaman it just bleeds in. I don't think it just rolls over. I think there's gonna be like certain little things that leave it, okay, this is why this still exists in a different timeline, but it still exists. And it might, that's why I wasn't mad when Henry Cavill, like I was sad for when Henry Cavill got like not kicked out but pushed to the side for a young character, because they can still bring Henry Cavill back for whatever they want, like to be like a much older version of him, even Kingdom Come version of Superman, which I think Henry Cavill will look amazing in that suit, that white and black suit. Wow. I have so much, I have high hopes for DC, and I think James Gunn even said that this is, I know a lot of people are going to compare it to Marvel, but it's not the same. It's definitely different. I think they have a different footing. I think Marvel struggled a lot too in the beginning. So like if we circle back to Marvel, we're not talking about Marvel, but well, we are. But if we circle back to Marvel, the beginning of Marvel they split, they had different studios that were producing Marvel films, and they weren't good. Like they were okay, or they were like the first ones of everything, like Blade, the first two were great, X-Men, the first two were great, Spider-Man, the first two were great, like all these characters that were not part of Marvel, and then Marvel brought them in and retconned a lot of their stories and stuff like that. I don't hate that. It's pretty cool, but I feel like James Gunn is going to do a different version of that. So I still have high hopes for DC. I know there's a lot of haters. I'm a huge DC fan. You can see like my room has a lot of DC comics and stuff like that. I believe in DC. Marvel, I love you guys too, but it's DC's time. Marvel has been dropping. I think they don't know where they're gonna go. I think Quantumanium is gonna try to bring back, you know, the OG Marvel fans, and I think it's gonna be awesome. But DC is on the rise. Let's go. James Gunn, Peter Safran, love you guys. The new DCU is here, and we're ready to rumble. Snyderverse is not dead. I still believe in it. Don't try to cancel all these shows, man. Don't be that person, man. Like, don't be the guy or the person, like, girl, whatever, fanboy, fangirl, whatever you want to call yourself, super fan, toxic fan, whatever you want to call yourself, right? Don't be that person that tries to cancel somebody or something because you don't like it or it doesn't make sense to you. I'm like, we should have done this a long time ago. Like, we should have been doing riots just for DC to bring back Snyder, but we didn't. You know, we try to like settle down and everything, but now y'all trying to do it when they already changed everything. No, come on, man. Let's give this guy a chance. Like, in the first run, right? Let's say this first chapter, if he doesn't do what we think he will do, all right, like, all the toxic fans, y'all could come out of your fucking caves. Y'all can come out of wherever y'all staying or whatever and do whatever y'all want. But anyways, catch you guys on the next one. And always remember, that's life.